Before we begin the video, I would like to give a big thank you to those who show their support. Golden Pants, Michael Foster, Findel, Miles Harris, Jim Kerrigan, Ludicrous Life, Noah Barnhart, and Alexis. Thank you very much for your support. And for those of you who wish to pay tribute as well, feel free to click the link below in the description to find out more. I'll see you there.
Been a while since we've done a little bit of the Badger Boy, El Baggio, Le Badger. I'm sorry, Comrade Badger, because he's Russian after all.
Is he?
Well, it's in the namesake.
Oh, right.
He's actually Canadian, but it's a lot like how Soviet Womble calls himself Soviet Womble, but he's actually like a very pale British man.
Yeah.
Who isn't even remotely Russian, to my knowledge. It's just like, we call ourselves the Renegades, even though, in what way are we renegades?
Can't remember. Let me look up the definition.
Renegade is pretty much like almost like an outlaw. How a renegade lives outside of society's rules, and pretty much like
Person who deserts and betrays an organization, country, or set of principles, having treacherously challenged allegiance. I guess I would say we betray a set of principles that says that reaction videos are just someone watching another video and saying some stuff about it while they're watching it, and that way you're like, fuck that, we're going to talk about what we want to and add what we want to it, pretty much.
Fair enough. That's fair enough. I've had a lot of people, being a reaction channel, we get a lot of shit thrown at us, and you know what? That's fine.
But it's kind of like a band name. It's like mostly it just sounds cool. Know what I mean?
I remember the first time I heard someone say the word renegade. And no, it's not the Styx song. You renegade, you had it made. Yeah, no, not that. But when someone someone just exclaimed and actually meant when they said, it's such a renegade. It's such a renegade way of looking at things. Was when someone said that once, and I'm like, I like the sound of that. It's such a renegade way of looking at things. And I'm like, okay. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that up here, and I'm gonna do something with it. And I thought maybe I'd use it as a as a collective idea whenever I was working with working with a friend of mine on a project, but then he abandoned the project. I didn't want to, but I opted to call it Renegades, but instead he wanted to call it shit like the Oddballs. I'm like, that sounds childish and stupid. I don't like that very much.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if we were Oddballs React? It had nothing to do with us being a reaction channel or anything like that. It was actually going to be like a collection of short stories where we would act in it and portray like fictionalized versions of ourselves.
We kind of are all oddballs, but kind of everyone is in their own way. So.
Well, yeah, but it's just, I felt the name Oddball didn't really give especially like the Oddballs. That's what he wanted to call us. We're the Oddballs. Like, doesn't really, to me, it didn't really work that much. But oh well, it is what it is. So yeah, the Russian Badger. We actually have been getting not getting as many requests to watch his stuff anymore, which is weird. But I did see someone recommend this one. It was actually a comment on the Cat Can video we did a while back, and I guess they really wanted us to watch this. So yeah, might as well give it a shot. So this is the Russian Badger, the Lion King, Rainbow Six Siege. So let's see what happens. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The shotgun has no range.
PS3 has no games.
PS3 has no games.
Ooh, H2.
Wrong.
Are you seriously about to do that to me, boy? They can't
for
jump.
you.
They're following. They're following the grapple.
Just imagine if you
gotta
could
be
just
quicker than that.
How is this working and why is it working? Oh my
Jesus Christ.
Got 'em all!
Oh my God, Badger.
There you go. There
Bullshit.
you go. Like 1v5's gonna be an issue.
2.
The ultimate
Christ.
repel bait. That's how I do it, boy. Boy.
fishing.
Here I come, jerks!
Welcome back to Rainbow Seven Cheese, the most operator first-person shooter in the world that's now so non-toxic it may as well be a box of fucking crayons.
Jayden Dove has been banned due to toxic.
We out here banning people like it ain't no thing.
Anal, okay. Real Navy SEAL 420
I
has
think
been
you better
banned due to
get out of
toxic behavior.
Wow.
Dude, some of these are just great. You better have a good fucking time. Banned for toxicity.
Ooh.
They better have a good fucking time.
That's how you avoid getting banned for toxicity right here. And now that I've had time to sink my teeth into Operation Chimichanga, there's a new kid on the block that's almost single-handedly changed the meta. And I ain't even lying.
She asked me if I lied. Bitch, I've been lying.
I mean, I'm not lying, but I'm talking about lying. You know what I mean. He's the scooter riding, backpack wearing, 1984 style spying big brother that will find you no matter where you try to hide.
I feel so bad for whoever was up in the bathroom hiding.
It was probably Rook taking a fat ogre shit up there. Blazing through his background in the interest of brevity, his pullout game is weak, Twitch gave him his drone, Doc hates him, and Thatcher even slapped the taste out of his mouth one time for what I can only assume was excessive bragging about his unmanned drone.
GPS satellites, unmanned drones, fucking laser sights.
Fucking laser sights.
Laser sights.
Unmanned blades.
All I know is that a 6-inch blade never loses reception.
Fucking satellites.
Fucking satellite.
With this unmanned drone, formerly known as the EE-1D, not to be confused with the Summit 1G, he's able to activate a scan that after a 3-second countdown exposes the real-time position of any operator that moves by turning them red. Turning red by buying my brand new t-shirt via the link below, that's awesome. Turning red as a result of moving during a lion scan, that's not awesome, because you're probably about to stop breathing. 4 letters. W-A-S-D. If you hit any of these while the scan is active, you're exposed for the remainder of that scan. You can crouch, prone, shoot, deploy a gadget, and even lean. Not that lean without being exposed, but the instant you hit any of your movement keys, you pop up with a real-time red outline for every single enemy attacker to see.
If you don't just stop shooting me.
Where? There, I found him. I found him. There we go.
Wow. That is broken in a game where you can shoot through walls.
I almost had the A's.
I would not have. He probably would have killed me if I would not have had that activated. Thank God. Just think of it like you're standing in front of a T-Rex. If you don't move, he can't see you. But if you shift your feet, you're dead meat. The only other counter beyond standing still is being in range of a mute jammer, and with him already being a hard counter to dipshit to Kebby, there's never been a better time to have him on your team to tell the attackers to mind their own damn business. I'm not a scientist. Just don't move. No, we're on this thing. We can't be detected. Yeah, we can't be detected, Mickey. I knew it. I knew you put this down here for a reason.
Hey, I'm accomplishing things. Joseph?
I think there's a buck above us, too.
Being generous this Christmas.
One final point to keep in mind is that Vigil is not immune to his scan. I know that doesn't make sense, and everybody's butthurt about it, but for all you Vigil mains out there, your diplomatic immunity from drones has just been revoked. Get your fat backpack out of my way.
Red light. Ooh, what's up there, Mitchell, you dumbass?
Defying all logic and reason, he's a 2-speed 2 armor, even though he's heavier than T'Chunks and has a backpack capable of fitting all of his quarantine gear, 4 garbage teammates, depression, crippling alcoholism, 6 cases of Glanguli Blue, and a metric shit ton of his favorite snack. And coming from a family of devout Catholics, he still manages to find enough room for his most prized possession of all.
The Bible.
This is the Bible.
You question the words of the mighty Jimmy! You can make them yellow if you want to be a 200-pound minion, white if you want to be an abominable snowman, red if you want to cosplay the Spetsnaz from Modern Warfare 2, and blue if you're all about that G.I. Joe.
Man, look at this dude trying to be Cobra Commander and shit. What the f-
I really wish that it was realistic, so if you had like the Outbreak outfit, whenever you run, all you hear is just like...
Jesus Christ.
You're not wrong. I mean, it does make a lot of noise.
Like a trash bag running way too fast. Oh, God. Much like his fellow French attacker Twitch, he's got one terrifying primary and two nonsense primaries, because let's not lie here, the only time that I use the M417 is when I need to one-tap castle mains from across the map.
Oh my god, they're getting cocky as fuck.
What are they doing?
I didn't even know you could go that way.
Neither did I. This is new.
Boom, baby!
Oh.
Holy shit!
Why is that so hilarious?
Damn, bad.
It's like he tripped and fell. And
Let's go back. Let's go back.
You could go that way.
Neither did I. This is new.
No one will ever see me if I go this way. Fuck!
Why is that so hilarious?
Because it just is.
It's like he tripped and fell. And somebody tripped and fell. Oh my god. The only reason you should ever use the M417 right here. I've got nothing against you castle mains out there, because you're certainly a uniquely motivated bunch.
I was doing on my 17th birthday, I was running my own Fortune 500 company and whooping my own ass.
Wow, damn.
I'm about to be whooping your ass here in a minute if you say some shit like that again.
But the practical application of the M417 is pretty limited. Same goes for his shotty, because I love pumping and dumping as much as any of you. Nope, I'm sorry.
Nope.
That's gonna be a no for me, dog. I'm sorry, small. Bang, 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 bang. But neither of those options compare to his 308 battle rifle with a 50-round drum mag. I mean, just feast your eyes on this thing. It looks like it's responsible for more deaths than smallpox.
Billionaire!
I will say that the recoil isn't exactly a breeze. I think way too many people describe it as a laser beam when it's not. It bounces around significantly, even in short bursts, but because it hits like a hammer and you've got a magazine that big, it's the perfect weapon to spam at anything that pops up red. Okay, it's going down. It's going down. I'm yelling, oh shit.
Cab's in the room with you, be careful.
Oh, she was right there. I'm hitting it again.
Over by me, footsteps.
Where are you, woman? Yes! I found her
Damn.
there. How many soft surfaces, my man? Oh,
1, 2.
that's ridiculous. I may as well just be a licensed contractor now that just specializes in destruction.
It'll be a demolitionist.
Specialize in retail.
Details. The icing on the cake is access to the legendary Nerf or Nothing Magnum, which is not only superior to Ella's Scorpion now that it has moderate recoil.
She's in there with you.
Got her!
Nice.
Yeah! There's the Magnum. There's the Magnum.
Pink.
Being so poisoned and stunned, and Jaeger just got orange headgear. What is my life? What is my life?
Moderate.
What
recoil.
is my life? Oh! Sorry.
But it's even capable of taking down a Sam Squamch, which is reason enough to always keep this motherfucking thing on you. Yes, we got a Sam Squamch in the game. Please tell me somebody gets that reference. Nobody watches Trailer Park Boys and the Sam Squamch?
Yeah.
I watch it, but I
Are
don't
you selling
remember
your
that.
body for cheeseburgers, Randy?
I do remember that.
Don't he? I can just grab the hostage if you want.
Do it. I'll cover.
Okay.
No,
you
I
won't.
Cover.
No, you won't.
You ain't covering
I
shit.
got my revolver, boy. Don't even worry. Come here,
No,
boy.
you won't.
Yes, got him.
Got him.
That was so
Good
close.
shot, man.
Get that out of here. Oh God, the Sam Squamch. The Sam Squamch almost got me. Thank God my revolver
Jesus
skills are
Christ.
10 out of 10.
100% you cannot shoot a revolver that fast, ever.
Oh Lord.
Your fucking wrist would snap.
If you unironically
Tell that
use
to
the shit
Hickok
to your
45.
9 over the god tier
And revolver
357
also.
Magnum, please
Oh,
never
it's true.
touch
Yeah,
a French
yeah.
operator ever again, because you're an embarrassment to the giggin. I'm wiggling in.
I was just, I didn't know if you killed him or not.
Yeah, I downed him and I was gonna throw a grenade on him.
Oh, baby castle.
How's that iron
Now that you know
taste?
what Lion's working with, allow me to share the
Or
one
lead,
word
how's
that
the lead
makes him
taste?
so menacing and probably overpowered.
Pickles!
For example, me droning out this Jaeger here has put him into a major pickle because I'm immediately hitting my scan and he's forced to either A, stand still and get pre-fired, or B, move his feet and get wall banged from popping up red. Yeah, you see that? That's the definition of being stuck between a rock and a hard place. Full disclosure, it's not foolproof or 100% guaranteed to work, so before you start mashing your keyboard saying, "It doesn't always work, Badger, you only play casual, my name is Jeff." Well, thanks for the input, Jeff.
Thanks for the input, Jeff.
Thanks for the input, Jeff.
Thanks for the
All right,
input.
Mickey.
Jeff.
And the camera.
Jeff. You've earned this.
But even without it being 100% guarantee, it heavily tilts the scales in your favor when it comes to terminating pesky roamers or enemies caught in vulnerable positions, and is awfully reminiscent of another operator. Ying. I know it may sound strange, but Ying and Lion are one and the same in so many different ways. Ying playing by herself? Absolutely, positively useless. Ying with a coordinated team that is communicating with each other? Absolutely, positively a nightmare. And we're not just talking standard issue nightmare. We're talking nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. Same goes for Lion. All by himself, you see scans that don't yield any advantage to the attacking team, but when he's organized with buddies, that's a totally different story.
This game is fucking racing. You're fucking
Pretty sure they know that I'm here. Oh, that's false. My EED's on cooldown.
Excuse me, what? These headshots make no sense.
I got him.
Has no no health.
I only have 4
Dude, that was
shots.
so dumb.
There you go. Come on, Ella.
Show the objective.
Still got him.
Damn.
Damn.
That was
Is that an
ridiculous.
ace? Is that
And
an
I
ace?
was like, I miss one because Fink is using steroids, but that's technically cheating. All right.
Oh, wait, right,
We'll
I
consider it an ace by disqualification. Let's call it that.
So I actually broke my headphones when I threw them down.
Jesus, dude. And that's your fault.
Fucking fun in games, so you break some shit.
Especially when it
Yeah.
comes to bomb game mode. Because with enemies scrambling to destroy a diffuser while you're spamming your scans, getting that lunchbox deployed is basically a death sentence for every remaining adversary.
Nice shooting.
It's wiener time.
It's wiener.
Damn it.
I have one more, by the way.
Oh my god, I can't see. They blew me up.
Boom. No!
They might be on the bomb.
No, they're not yet.
There you go. Shoot him.
I got him.
Oh!
That was kind of close. That's so handy to have the retake, but oh boy, that was close.
That shit is so good.
No matter how much shit is going south,
Broken.
like your teammates are killing each other, Cav just interrogated, you're down 2v4, none of that matters if the lunchbox is activated and your Lion is alive. No sweat.
Pasta, you dumb bitch.
Just
I
plan it.
tried
Smoke
running
and plan.
behind you and you backed up.
I don't have any fucking.
Just plan it. Plan
Cav.
it. You got it. You got it. You
Cav's
got
got
it.
it.
boy.
Compromise.
Cover me.
You got it, boy. Here, we'll counter with this.
Ooh, no thanks. No thanks.
Okay, there's Capcan.
It don't matter. It don't matter. Yeah, running out.
Oh shit!
I'll get him when he comes
Do you
back in.
wanna
Careful.
shoot?
Nice. I'm hitting it
I
again.
was
Hitting it
reloading.
again. Is he jumping out? Maybe? Oh, there she is. Oh, you got her. I was gonna say.
Jesus, man.
7-0.
Tobin
I'll take
being a
this.
savage. Savage. Yeah, with the iron
Give me that.
sights. He cannot be
Right.
stopped.
Was that a 4K and a team kill?
Oh my god.
My God.
Eat shit.
That's all you
Almost
gotta do,
4K.
man. Just throw it on your lunchbox and look at the flick of your wrist. Even when you forget your wrist monitor at home and you're looking at absolutely nothing. Oh, shit, it still works. As a result of this immensely powerful ability, it's safe to say that Lion is king right now. And I'm not sure if Ubisoft intentionally made a movie reference with Finka's facial features, but am I the first one to think of the joke how Lion is Lion and Finka has a scar like Lion King? Have you heard that before?
I hate you.
Anybody? Anybody
I
at
hate
all?
you. Stop talking. Please.
Na zingonya mabakisi baba. Sorry. So all we need is the friggin' sunrise.
Banned. Fucking banned.
I don't want to
Man badger.
Get him out of here.
Get out of here.
No.
Hey,
Whoa. Let's take it down a notch. Can you
Easy there, Toby.
dial it back, please?
That was a little too aggressive.
You are so lucky.
I'm on the edge like when Scar dangled.
Oh, fucking no.
No!
King Joey.
Just don't forget to run claymores over flashbangs, because using a passive weapon as an active weapon is a bona fide good time.
I wonder what that is for.
It's claymore time, you ready?
How much time?
Everybody, who's dead?
Oh my god!
Smoker with a triple kill.
The triple claymore!
Oh, man.
Ba-boom, son!
How you down him?
Perfect! Keep peeking, yes!
Oh!
Why am I stuck? What happened? Oh.
We get ripped? Yeah, we did. Okay. I'm gonna go to this door. Oh, here they are.
Got one! I think.
Ah.
No, I didn't!
What
I
are you
didn't!
doing?
Yes, we still got him! Okay, perfect. Wait, don't kill him yet.
Back.
Boom, baby! Oh
Word.
my god! While I'm flashed, like.
Oh man. That's just disrespectful.
My ankle's lame.
Okay, all right, BB.
Sorry.
I mean, whatever the one you're not on.
Or not.
Damn it. Well,
We
we're all
got 3
down.
people down.
Maybe
Unless
he
he gets
thinks
my
we're all
claymore,
dead.
he's gonna make
He
it.
doesn't think we're all dead. It's okay.
He got it!
From the grave! Well, not from the grave, but
Oh, man.
from
I was
death's
like, maybe I
doorstep.
should put a claymore. Oh, that was a
do
good
it.
idea. And that's about it. I would like to thank you very much for watching. But before I go, I gotta tell you about this thing. Those of you from my Twitch chat already know all about the Crying Seal and the Smug Seal, but the real inspiration behind this one was this. Over the past 3 months here in LA, I've met more of you than I ever have before, and almost every single one of you, including Eric, who's probably not even watching now because he's a complete shitter, tells me the same thing. Every time you meet YouTubers, especially in LA, it's that common, they're totally different from what they are online. Like online, they're all PG and family friendly and they don't swear, yet you see them in real life getting blasted off a Jameson at an Olive Garden on a Tuesday. But every time I meet one of you guys, it's, yeah, Badger, online you're kind of a dumbass, smug piece of shit, but that's exactly who you are right now as you're standing before me. So in a certain way, the mask that I wear on the internet is the exact same thing that's underneath, so I figured why not put that directly on my chest. So if you want to pick them up yourself, I will leave a link to Teespring down below. The cheaper ones are a little bit thicker like this one, and the premium ones are a little bit silkier. I wear both of them, it kind of depends on the day. And hopefully that whole backstory made sense. Maybe it was complete incoherent nonsense, but whatever. I should end the video now because I'm running out of breath and I shouldn't have ordered that burger at Starbucks.
Yo, man. How about your boy getting a sponsorship from Brando? You know what Brando's from, right?
It's familiar sound, but I can't remember.
Idiocracy.
Oh,
It's got
yeah,
what
okay.
plants crave.
Yeah.
Thirst Mutilator. And it's got what plants crave. Yeah. Let me know. Please and thank you. More Brando. That's good. More Brando. Yeah, that's right, Badger. Yeah, I don't know who did it first, him or Donkey. I think Donkey was doing it first. But still, it, you know, you go on Donkey's video and it's like more Donsley, more Dunko. And here it's more Brando or more Brook or more Badgie or more vagina. So, yeah, the lion. Yeah, every now and again, every time we come back to these Rainbow Six videos, I keep thinking to myself, damn, that's some pretty wicked shit. That's some pretty wicked stuff, not gonna lie. I mean, damn. It's just, it's fun to look at these and just see what these characters are capable of. And then when you realize that, you know, the person playing them is a shitlord like Badger. And I use that term endearingly, and I think he would embrace it. Yeah. He embraces the fact that he's a shitlord. But, yeah, the fact that Badger is such a shithead with his presentation, to me it's some of the funniest shit. It's honestly some of the best stuff. And
It always still makes me wish I had that game because I kind of want to try it.
Yeah, well, here soon. We missed an opportunity to get Space Hulk for on the cheapsies.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't happen here in the next couple weeks or so, I'm just gonna buy it anyway. Just gonna buy it and a copy for you and a copy for Jacob, and then hey Union, if you ever watch these videos and for the longest time you talked to us about playing Space Hulk with us. I guess you'll be our fourth wheel. Ain't no need for a fifth wheel because when it comes to killing Xenos, all you need are 4 brothers. Yeah. So, I know you're still probably gonna play Doc if you ever get this. You're probably gonna try out Doc first because of the healing juice.
Yeah.
It's like, juice me, Doc. It's like, you don't need it. No, juice, Doc. Doc, juice me. Juice me now. Okay. Oh, God, I feel like I'm on meth again.
When I start playing it, I'll probably try like as many of them as I can, just in case there's like one that I didn't think I would be really good with and suddenly am. So
yeah,
it's kind of how Overwatch went for a long time, because like for the longest time there were characters I never tried, and then like when I tried Roadhog, I was like, oh shit, I actually kind of wrecked face with Roadhog.
And now they're doing Overwatch 2, which I wonder what the hell that's going to be about.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be multiplayer, but I think it's going to be like co-op campaign shit, Like
I'm still thinking it's probably a single player expansion for Overwatch more than it is Overwatch 2.
We'll have to see. I mean, because whenever BlizzCon happens, which, damn Blizzard, I know what's going to be popular at your all's. I know it's going to be really popular on your all's. Like what people are going to be wearing out in the crowds and everything. The Support Hong Kong T-shirts.
Probably.
Well, because we value our freedom more than we value our money here in the States. I mean, for the most part anyway. I mean, there's some people out there who, they don't care about freedom. They just want more money. But honestly, I care more about my freedom than I do my money. Because I enjoy...
There's no point in having money if you're not free to do what you want with it.
True. Very true. And honestly, I just... in between everything that's going on and everything that's that's happening with Blizzard and all that, I don't even play League of Legends.
What?
Or I don't even play not League of Legends.
League of Legends is right.
Or not Hearthstone. I didn't even play Hearthstone. Yeah. I don't even play Hearthstone. So
I played it before. It's basically Magic the Gathering, but with Blizzard stuff in it. It's got slightly different rules than Magic, but it feels very Magic inspired.
And again, I don't play it. I've never really had an interest in it. But to each their own. But
much like Magic, it's also just as fucking expensive to play.
I mean, Blizzard, if you're an American
if you
company,
want competitive cards, you have to keep fucking buying them or making them, and that costs a lot of money.
Again, Blizzard, you're an American company. You should support American ideals. I mean, that's just all I'm saying. But I guess those Chinese...
But also, if they want to continue to get money from China, they have to appease the Chinese government. Otherwise, they'll just ban all their shit in China.
In which, truth is, I can see how that can make a dent, but at the same time, customer loyalty here in the States is a lot better than in China.
Well, there's like certain things like in the movie industry, there's like probably, certain movies that just wouldn't have made money if not for China.
I can understand, like, if it's a Chinese film, like it's actual... For instance, there's some Chinese blockbusters, dude, that are never seen over here, ever. And over in China, they make about, I don't know, $700 or $800 million. Now, here's the other thing about films that over here should have been left alone. For instance, back in 2008, I believe, 2008, there was a remake of Red Dawn that was happening. It had Chris Hemsworth and a bunch of really big young stars in it. Mm. And you know what the interesting thing about that film was?
They had to change who the country was they were fighting because they were pissed off.
Well, no, because the movie company wanted to release the film in China, but China was offended to the fact that, oh, why would China ever want to invade the United States? They've had plans to do it for some time.
Wasn't Red Dawn originally the Russians, though?
It was the Russians and the Cubans, yeah. Well, it was the communist regimes of Russia and Cuba. And China was actually our ally in the original film. However, given China's rise in power and everything, they were pretty much saying it has the potential to become a second Cold War. Even though China is still nowhere near on our level in terms of military power. They have more people in their army, yeah, but what are bodies in the army that aren't bullets in a clip? I mean, and plus we've got more in terms of aircraft. We have more in terms of boats, or in terms of a navy. We have more in terms of everything, really. And I will say this: I would have preferred the original way they did Red Dawn than the one that we got, because no one would ever believe that North Korea has the capability to ever launch an assault here on the United States soil. Ever. They can't even launch a missile. What hope do they have of ever landing any kind of surprise attack against us here in the States? It doesn't exist. I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. But I don't know. To each their own, man. But that's what I would have preferred. I'd actually like to see the original Chinese version, because the version that they had with North Korea, the North Koreans were just like stereotypical bad guys, like they just came in and they wanted to eradicate the United States. Whereas China, there was actually a propaganda kind of thing that the Chinese were that in the movie the Chinese were putting out there. It was these little pamphlets that said, We are not here to destroy you. We are here to help. And it's just like, damn, it's compelling stuff. It's more compelling than the shit that we got. But what do you expect? I mean,
if we actually got invaded by like another big country, and they were passing stuff out like that, I wouldn't really know what to think, because to an extent, I don't trust our government. So,
no, I don't trust our government either.
I don't 100% even. No, because China has been in a situation for a really long time where they don't actually know straight things about a lot of other countries. North Korea is the same way. According to North Korea propaganda, we're really big pieces of shit and stuff.
Well, yeah, and have you seen the videos of North Koreans trying American barbecue for the first time? Dude, they compared a fork to a shit shovel. That's what they were told. In American utensils are effectively used for shoveling shit, and they're also used for eating. That's what they're taught. This woman who got a fork, she looked at the fork and she said, "When I was in North Korea, they told us that these effectively were for shoveling dung, for shoveling crap. And ever since I came here and I've been able to see that it's actually an eating utensil, it's opened my eyes entirely." You see, it's again, we talked about this the other night. Ignorance is what breeds most hate.
Yep.
When you're ignorant of certain things. For instance, I don't hate any North Koreans. I don't. Hell, dude. One of my best friends when I was a kid, Peter Yoon, his family was from North Korea and they defected. His mom and his dad both were from Pyongyang. And they both came over on a diplomatic thing and they defected. They defected in South Korea and came to the U.S.
Well, it's there's a lot of other countries that I see talking online, people from other countries talking online about how stupid America is and how crap our stuff is here compared to theirs and everything. And it's one of the dudes that I watched was originally German, and then he moved to Australia, and he talked a lot of crap, and I was I don't understand why anybody would want to live in America. There's a whole lot of things that you guys do over there that are just stupid. And then he comes over here to visit, and now he's moving here because he was it's fucking amazing there.
Exactly.
it's I don't know. It's weird. Like I don't really know what to think about the world because I don't know that everything that we know about everywhere else is 100% the truth.
Well, and truth is, the education system we have here in the United States is terrible. I mean, and we're not educated about this kind of stuff. We're not for instance.
Well, it's like other people from other countries always seem to know so much about the U.S. and everything, you know.
Well, it's because...
And I'm just like, why don't I know these kind of things about, like, your guys' places? Like, we never hear about, like, the president of Australia hardly or anything like that, you know. But, like, they all know about our politics and stuff. And
you know why that is?
Strange to me.
It's because everyone has their eyes on us because we are the lone superpower in the world. I know a lot of people out there are going like, America's a superpower. I mean, the amount of nuclear armaments we have, the amount of war stuff
I thought there were other countries that were also considered to be that as well. Like
not really.
Russia.
Oh, Russia, dude. Russia is on the brink of financial collapse.
Really,
dude. They have several huge.
I feel like we're the same way though, and we're just not really being told about it as much as.
In terms of how how our national debt is organized, we're not on the brink of collapse in any way. Because in terms of our world credit, we are still in the green. However, in terms of our national debt, what we have accrued, I mean, the very moment that we are spending more money per year than we make per capita, I mean, that's when we need to be worried. And when I say that, I mean...
I thought we were already doing that.
No, we're doing that in terms of a deficit. No, we're doing that in terms of a deficit upon our internal spending, with our internal spending. However, our external spending, I mean, we're trying to cap that. We're trying to cap our external spending and the money that leaves the United States. Instead, we're trying to keep a lot of the money here in the States. And truth is, the global economy, ever since the global economy's come in, dude, we've had to take in a lot of debts from other sides of the field. I mean, you look at how much money we spend trying to keep up these bases in these other countries that, truth be told, we don't even need to be in anymore. I mean, why do we still need these bases, these huge bases and consulates in Germany and in the United Kingdom? I can understand having embassies, but like these massive military consulates and this and that, why do we have to fight everyone's battles? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
I mean...
It's weird to me. I just realized that world politics interests me a whole lot more than home politics, if that makes any sense.
No, it's
like perfect. I hate talking about American politics, but like
it's
I really am interested in discussing world politics.
Well,
I think a lot of other people seem the same way too, but like
world politics. Once you get into
I'm just
that,
interested to know about other places I'm not in. You know,
you're getting into a whole new plethora of complexities.
Yeah,
and. It's a bit daunting. For instance,
whereas like here, I know what's going on. We're stuck in a two-party system that fucking battles with each other and makes
nothing ever gets done.
Yeah, shit never gets done.
Nothing ever gets done because honestly,
occasionally shit improves, and then the other side tries to fucking undo the improvements, and it's dumb.
What do you expect, man? It's politics. Yeah. Nothing ever gets done. That's why, in truth, I believe there should be a cap on on how long you can be a politician, period. For instance,
I think we talked about this.
Yeah, there's no limits on how long you can be in the House, how long you can be in the Congress.
We were talking about this in one of the horror movies. How
long you can be in the Senate. There needs to be a limit. There has to be.
Yeah.
Because what's the point? Why should they have to do anything if they can just stay in power the whole time and just ride off their coattails?
We've drawn this out really far by talking about all this.
38 minutes, yeah. So we've added 20 minutes onto the overall video, what Badger did.
Yeah, we should probably go ahead and move on to the next thing.
So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you all have enjoyed what you've seen here. And I guess until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
We will see you all in the next one. Peace out.
For some reason, I almost did this.